if you're investing in Cleveland, you mentioned about the purchase price being low, but the cost of renovation being high, then your overall project is out of whack. And you and I have had this conversation probably the first time we met. And I don't think I have shared it to you the way I'm about to explain it to you right now. There are three things you need to have when investing in Cleveland. When you buy a property, you have to optimize that property. And I've used that word before.
Yep.
You have to optimize it for function because you have an aging housing stock. You know,
That's right.
I mean, if the house was built here, average house age is like 80 years old. The
Yep.
roof should have been replaced already if it hasn't. And you get into a
That's
situation
right.
where people, instead of replacing the roof, they put another layer on top. In some municipalities, you can go up to 3 layers. Others,
Yep.
no one is looking, they may go up to 4. So, but nonetheless,
I've seen like 5, 6 layers on a roof.
exactly,
So yeah,
which is
I
crazy
can
because the
relate.
house wasn't designed for that. The roof was not designed for
That's right.
that. So these things have outlived their lives. So, they just don't function as well. Whether you're talking about the furnace, the hot water tank. Like I have an investor right now bought a triplex, and the tenant just moved upstairs, and it's second floor they're having a leak. Well, they went and fixed the leak, so they thought they fixed the leak. Then it happened again. Come to find out, a section of the cast iron pipe is cracked.
Mm,
This thing is like almost 100 years old. You
right.
know, it's
Right.
it's not unusual for that to be cracked. Now you have to retrofit the whole stack from the roof all
That's
the way
right.
to the
That's right.
basement floor, and
Right.
that's
Right.
expensive.
Right.
And you
Right.
have 3 tenants in place, which is
Yep.
why I say you have to improve your property from function. So when we grab them, we retrofit them before we put them into service. Because I don't need that problem
That's
because
right.
it's happened to me before.
Oh yeah, and that Vladimir, I'm gonna want to let you continue with your thought, but that was probably one of the best pieces of advice you've ever given me. Is let you gotta optimize your property prior
Put it in
to
service.
putting it to service. Yeah. Now sometimes you buy property and it's already tenant occupied, and you just say, "I'm gonna ride with it,"
Right.
right? And that's fine, but you have to go in with the mindset at some point you're gonna have to do the optimization work.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do the improvement work at some point,
Right.
right? And so that really should go into your equation
Yeah.
on the
On
front
the
end.
onset. Yeah. On the front end.
I mean,
So the
that's
first
right.
one is optimization. The next one is to you have to optimize the property for ease of management. So here's an easy one. Back in the days when I first started implementing this, you could get the shutter, or you probably can still get them. You know how you have the shutter valve, you have to keep turning them to turn them off?
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, so I moved away from that and I went to quarter turn.
Got
So
it.
I only put quarter turn, well,
Yep,
shut off valve in my properties. And people may say, oh, that's not a big deal. Yeah, you think it's not a big deal until you have a situation at the property. You have a water leak and you tell the tenant, hey, turn off the water underneath the sink. And they go in there, they crank it, but they don't crank it all the way, or it's all oxidized and they cannot be cranked at all. And now the
yep.
water is running. So you can't even turn it, you don't have a local shut off now. But if
That's
with the
right.
quarter turn, everybody can turn that. And they can see it
Yeah.
immediately what's happening. So it doesn't seem like a big deal. But when an application, man, it's thousands of dollars and headaches.
That's a great,
So that's
great,
number
great analogy.
two.
That's a
So we
Yep,
have
great example.
function, ease of management, and the last one is resale. Because we make money in real estate, as we always say, when we buy, not when we sell. So if you're not thinking
Right.
about resale when you're buying, when it's time to sell, and you have purchased a property that you have not upgraded, the place that you inherited from a previous investor whose mindset is I don't fix it until it's broken, and now you're forced to sell the property because it's a money pit. And now you're bringing this
Yep,
money pit to market and you think you're going to get top dollars. That's not going to happen and you never made the improvements. So,
that's right.
three things: function, ease of management, and resale. And if you don't have that mindset going in, Cleveland is going to eat you alive.
There's no question
Yeah.
about it. There's no question about I'm still dealing with scars right now.